Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Cordell Stevendoring.
Thank you. We're here today on a new case, a failure to appear warrant, and then 2 probation violations. On your new case, it's a Superior Court new case in which you were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on August 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Because you were on felony release on another case when these new allegations allegedly occurred, I do have to hold you non-bondable today.
Yep.
But I am setting an evidentiary hearing on August 19th at 1:30 p.m. Speak with your attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release at that point in time. We're also here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on an open case involving 2 counts of narcotic drug possession and 1 count of drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in that case and set a status conference on August 19th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court and affirm the bond and the warrant in the amount of $500 secured. We're also here today on 2 probation violation warrants for violating term 1 of your probation. I'll appoint you an attorney in that case as well. Set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on August 19th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $500 on each of those 2 cases. So you do have bonds on your other matters, but since you're being held non-bondable in the new one, don't post any bonds.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Grab that and take a seat.
All right, thank you.
Austin Kovacs to the podium, and Janet Ramirez Camaro to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Yes, Your Honor. Austin Kovacs.
Thank you. We're here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault, domestic violence, impeding breathing, which is a Class 4 felony, assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on August 19th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court and a preliminary hearing on August 21st at 8:30, same location. I will issue a secured bond today in the amount of $7,500. That does mean you can use a bonding company. You'll have access to their contact information when you get back to processing. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install electronic monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you may not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. I'm also ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim, nor go to the victim's residence, even if you are the owner or renter of that residence. If you do share a common residence with any victim, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof with your next court date. I will allow 1 civil standby if you do need to obtain any personal belongings from that location. Contact the non-emergency number of local law enforcement. They'll escort you to the home to get your belongings, and then you'll leave. Finally, I'm ordering that you may not initiate any contact with any alleged victim, whether that be direct or indirect, such as through third parties or social media, nor respond to any contact from any listed victim. Do you have any questions?
That means that I only leave with bond paid?
Correct. Any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork and have a seat. Janet Ramirez Camaro to the podium, and Ricardo Dawson to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Ramirez Camaro.
Thank you. We're here today on 6 probation violation warrants for violating terms 3, 4, 5, and 15 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney in all of these matters. I'll set all of them for a probation revocation arraignment hearing on August 19th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. And I will affirm the bonds in the warrant. It's a $250 bond on each case, so $1,500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, all that'll be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat. Ricardo Dawson to the podium, and Simon Sanchez to the chair, please. Good morning, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Ricardo Dawson.
Thank you. We're here today on 3 different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of taking the identity of another, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 1 misdemeanor, and obstruction, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on August 19th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $500 on this case. We're also here today on 2 probation violation warrants for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney in both of these cases, set them both for a probation revocation arraignment hearing on August 19th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on each of these 2 cases. So you have a total bond across the 3 matters of $1,000. If you do post bond, you'll have the same release conditions on all 3 matters. No returning to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victims, complainants, or witnesses, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all that'll be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat. Simon Sanchez to the podium, and Jose Nevarez to the chair, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Yes, Simon Jose Sanchez.
We're here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on August 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on August 29th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services. You'll meet with pretrial services and they'll go over their expectations.
Okay.
You'll also be given an envelope when you leave court today with a summary of your pretrial release.
Okay.
I'm also ordering that you may not initiate any contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses, no weapons, no drugs, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
I have one small question, Your Honor, and I will be at the court dates no matter what because, I mean, I got a clean record right now. I don't want to ruin that. But I also had plans, like, my birthday is August 17th, but on the 20th, I'm going to have to change schedule because I was going to go into rehab. You know what I mean? I felt myself slipping, so I'm going to have to give up pretrial services and see what we can do because if I have to, I'll push the rehab back. You know what I mean?
Well, I get what you're saying. I appreciate what you're saying, that you're making your legal case a priority.
Yeah.
But I mean, part of making sure you stay law-abiding is to make sure you address any underlying addiction issues. So I don't want you to necessarily delay that, but talk with pretrial services.
Yeah.
Because pretrial services can help you get into a program that allows you to at least call into the hearing or something along those lines.
Okay.
So I want you to do both. I appreciate what you're saying, but definitely speak with them. They can give you some resources, okay?
Yeah, because right now I'm just trying to stay on track, man. You know what I mean?
I very much appreciate that. Okay?
I mean, I've done a lot of time, man, you know. You see my record, I mean, I'm just trying to do what's right.
Yep.
But I'll give up pretrial services upon my release right now, and we'll take care of everything.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and take a seat right now. The officer will bring you your paperwork in just a moment.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Not a problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the recommendations late, so. Jose Nevarez to the podium and Randy Garcia to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jose Gaspar Nevarez.
Thank you. We're here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of burglary in the 2nd degree, a Class 3 felony, and criminal trespassing, a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on August 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on August 29th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I will release you today the supervision of pretrial services. That does mean you'll meet with pretrial services today. They'll go over their expectations and then you'll be released. As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any victims, complainants, or witnesses, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or driving without a valid driver's license. Now, I did want to caution you, I did consider your criminal history as a part of my decision today. The state was recommending a much higher bond to be set on you today, but I'm going to give you a shot and release you to pretrial services.
Thank you.
I am a little concerned with your failures to appear. You have quite a few on your record here. So I'm just going to give you a warning here. If you don't appear to your next court date, you're likely going to be held on a very large bond. So make sure you appear at your next hearing, okay?
I got you. I won't let you down.
Any questions?
No, that's it.
Okay. Go ahead and grab your paperwork and have a seat.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Randy Garcia to the podium, and Jonathan Rabadon Aguayo to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Randy Garcia.
Thank Thank you. We're here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the West Mesa Justice Court for a case involving drug paraphernalia. Because it's a misdemeanor allegation, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire an attorney at your own expense if you choose. I am going to set an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on September 3rd at 8:30 a.m., and I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today. So you'll be released on a promise that you will appear for that next court date. Make sure you do appear for that one, okay?
Yes, sir.
As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all that's in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat.
Thank you very much,
Not a
sir.
problem. Jonathan Rabadon Aguayo to the podium. Excuse me. Good morning, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jonathan Rabdan.
Thank you. We're here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the West Mesa Justice Court for a case involving DUI, which is a misdemeanor. I do believe it's a post-adjudication misdemeanor in this case.
Yeah.
So I'm not appointing you an attorney, but if that's not the case, make sure you bring that up with your next.
Yeah, because I thought that I already was done with it.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this, for some reason, I don't know if it was an issue of the warrant was never vacated. It
Yeah.
looks like there was a warrant back from November of 2023.
Yeah, I think they don't revocate it. Yeah, because
Yeah, that's possible, because
Yeah.
when we're looking at it, I don't have a full view of the Justice Court case, but at least part of it is notating that you're post-adjudication at this
Yeah.
point. So I don't know if that was maybe just never.
I
vacated off the record
I take
or
all the
what.
papers, I do a 1-day jail and everything, so.
Yeah, so that's what I imagine happened. So I'm not going to appoint you an attorney right now just because the law doesn't prescribe for one
Yeah.
at this point.
Mhm.
But if that does change and I'm wrong today, make sure
Yeah.
you bring that up. They'll give you an attorney. I'm going to set an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on September 3rd at 8:30 a.m., and I am going to release you on your own recognizance today.
Okay.
If this is the case where it was just a payment arrangement or something wasn't made, you can set one back up at the Justice Court.
Okay.
So contact them and make sure you do appear at your next hearing. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork and take a seat.
Thank you.